Estebanico. Let's go.
The 16th century. From all over Europe, great ships sail west to conquer the New World, the Americas. The men eager to seek their fortune, to find new adventures in new lands. They long to cross uncharted seas and discover unknown countries, to find secret gold on a mountain trail high in the Andes. They dream of following the path of the setting sun that leads to El Dorado and the mysterious cities of gold.
Children of the sun, see your time has just begun. Searching for your ways through adventures every day and night. With the Condor in flight, with all your friends in tow, you search for the cities of gold. Wishing for the cities of gold. Someday we will find the cities of gold.
Cities of gold. Cities of gold. It's a city of gold. Man, that's the shit.
The Golden Condor carried Esteban and his companions to the high peak, where they saw the Spanish.
Oh yeah, I'm belly flopping. I know we've been out of order, man. We've been all over the place, but you know what? We are in order. We are putting it together. Yeah, man, it's the Chronicle of Akakor. Let's go. Let go, let go. Man, we're going to do like a duplex, man. I'm going to try to do it back to back. Get a couple of these in there, man. You know what I mean? You just, you know, with all the drop that we've been getting, just belly flop in it. This joint, man, was put out in Japan. This shit was put out like in the 80s. I mean, so they've been kicking the drop, and they've been seeing a lot of high-tech relevance. We've been seeing how they've been connecting all these temples with all this high-tech technology, flying golden condors that flew with the energy of the sun and landed on the Nazca, Peru lines, and the Condor matches with the Condor. I mean, we get a lot of drop out this, the Jade Mask and all that, man. So we about to get some more high-tech drop, man. This was a high-tech situation. I like bringing this back because we keep getting in all these, you know, manuscripts, you know what I'm saying? They always kind of want to make it seem like a primitive thing. And they're not talking about you when they say primitive, you know what I'm saying, in terms of some, you know, super basic, simple people. You are very complex people. You are the copper color, you know, superconductors, man. You're very complex. So this is relevant to how you perceive his story that you're being, you know what I'm saying, laid out, perceived as some powerless, low tech, like they're inventing all this stuff. You're going to see all these inventions, all this high tech already here. This is Atlantis. This is Lemuria. It's all connected here. So it's time to really start adjusting our perspective. Because right now, our whole perspective is whack. If we think that, you know what I'm saying, we are learning anything from them when they're getting all the drop right here, man. So let's fall back. We're going to get back in the Estevanico, man. Back in the library. Let's go.
With their cannon. With the help of the Golden Condor, they stopped Gomez and Gaspar. And when they had saved their friends, they left the high peak to look for the land of the Mayas.
Is it play? Or did they really discover a golden flying bird, self-navigating, drawing off the energy of the sun? Is this play?
Ah, it's fantastic! A sea of green!
Seen anything like it. It looks like a big shiny snake.
I'd say it looks more like a shiny river.
Let's take a look. A little to the right, my bird of gold.
Bird of gold.
You were right. It's a river.
What do you think, Mendoza? Could a city of gold be somewhere around near that river, huh?
It might be, if that is a river. There are sure to be people living on its banks. City of Gold could be fairly nearby, I think. How can you get the Golden Condor to fly lower?
I'll try. Be careful, Esteban. Don't worry, I'm a flying expert now.
All the same, keep your eyes open.
Trust me, Tahoe. Everything's going to be all right. Look how wide that river is.
Look, straight ahead of us.
A black cloud heading straight for us.
Quick, change course, go round it.
Why?
If we're cut off from the sun's rays, we'll fall.
Yes.
Oh, we're going over it.
Esteban, do something.
Oh, nothing but total darkness.
Madre mia.
We'll end up flat like rice pudding if this goes on.
If lightning should hit the Golden Condor, it would be very, very dangerous.
Esteban, we're counting on you.
The Condor doesn't answer to its controls.
Who opened up the roof?
Careful, we're going down, Esteban.
Pull it up now!
The controls don't work anymore.
Of course not in this storm.
What do you mean?
The black cloud, it's cutting off the sun. We have no power.
What's going to happen to me? To us?
Oh, poor us.
Madre mia.
We're going to crash.
Climb, Big Bird.
Come on, you can do it.
Climb! Climb!
We've had it. We're crashing into the river. We're safe.
Oh, I'm sure we're black and blue.
You didn't pick a pleasant place to land.
While we are in this forest, there'll be a danger from all the wild animals. We must find a way out, and quickly.
Right, let's try it. Lift off, Condor. Oh. course it won't fly.
What if we use the sun medallions? I wonder. Let's see.
It doesn't seem to work.
Any other brilliant ideas, Tal?
Well, if you cut down all the trees blocking the sun, we might have some power.
Do we look like lumberjacks?
Why is it always us?
Into the hills! Danger from the river! Danger!
What's he saying?
Danger from the river! Danger!
A giant snake!
Big creepy crawly.
Oh, it's coming right at us.
If we stay here, it will eat us all up.
With me for starters.
Let me out of here.
Wait, Esteban! We can't just run off and leave the golden condor here.
This is no time to be sentimental.
It's coming. Quick, run, run!
Esteban, Tal, hurry, come on.
Right, we certainly can't stay here. We'll have to hide in the jungle.
Curses! I left my magic jar in the condor.
We gotta hide in the jungle!
Save us!
Everybody here?
Good thing we all kept together.
You didn't think about running away on your own.
Of course not. We're not very fond of snakes, but tigers and jaguars, we're not afraid of them. Right, Sancho?
Oh, no.
Our heroes.
All right. Of course, the jungle animals can be even more dangerous than the river ones.
You're only saying that to scare us.
If we are attacked, we'd better be armed. Here.
You gonna stay there forever?
Esteban!
Get ready to defend yourselves. There it is. Give me yours. No point staying here. Let's go.
Do you think I'm afraid of a little pussycat like you, huh?
Where do we go?
Any place except into the mouth of that jaguar, Sancho.
It's a sort of tunnel.
Underneath the roots. Extraordinary.
Look at that.
Oh.
It's para.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Paradise.
Isn't it beautiful? Yes, so many different kinds of flowers.
Watch out!
It's like walking through an enchanted garden.
It really is.
Maybe we're already in a city of gold. Who knows?
Smells like a gold. Even the flowers smell like gold.
Dancing doubloons, you're right, Central. My nose is never wrong.
I think all of this perfume's gone to your heads.
What do you expect? All those two ever think about is gold.
Yes, perfectly natural. After all, it's our only pleasure in life.
It's the same with you, isn't it, Mendo?
Of course, these children aren't interested in the same things. Hmm?
What is that?
I just heard a funny noise.
What was it?
There it is again.
It sounds like jungle drums in the forest.
Headhunters, maybe.
Headhunters! You're trying to scare me.
Headhunters in a city of gold? No.
Impossible!
Oh! What? They're women.
Amazon women. Now, of course, they got their hijack images like Wonder Woman, right? But if you go, check out that Wonder Woman joint, you're going to see the real melanated sisters. We're talking about the Sheba, the Shimbala. We're talking about the Khalifa. We're talking about the so-called Negro. And we're talking about the island of women. How does this, connect to the Prester John and the Solomon and the Sheba and the... All right. Okay. We're talking about the Amazon. And we know they weren't looking like this. And neither was Esteban looking like that. We're about to get back to the real in a minute. But yeah, this keeps popping up, man. This island of women. And we got some of that before with the Columbus drop, man. So lots popping up, man. We're going to have to definitely circle back to this Khalifa drop, man, and connect it back to the Prester Johns coming soon.
Listen to me. We come in peace. We don't want to fight.
Silence.
That's enough, my dear.
Yeah!
I haven't finished with you.
That's enough, Laura.
Paula.
Who are you?
We are travelers from the south, the land of the Incas.
The land of the Incas? I know of no such land.
We're not warriors. We wish to travel in peace, that's all.
You will leave only with our queen's permission.
What?
Don't move!
I don't like those drums.
Man, right quick, this reminds me. Just want to see if we can pull it up right quick, man. Island. How do you spell that, man? Oh, no. Let's see. Let's see. How do we spell that, guys? Let me see. Was it the Sheba drop? No, Columbus has some drop on it, too. Alright, this might be something here. Let's see. Okay, now I know. Love to our sister that dropped this on us, man. Now we're gonna see this island, if I can get it. Alright, there we go. Mandanino Alright, we got it right there. Mandanino. That's what it reminded me of. Alright, so my bad. Just had to try to figure that out. Alright, so we got the island of Mandanino. Now, Mandanino. Yeah, put it in that drop. Mandanino. Let's put Columbus. See what pops up. Female warriors. Guess we keep popping up, huh? I guess we doing some digging. Digging in the right place. Jules Verne. Yeah, we gotta get on that Jules Verne. The Jaws of the Caribs. They keep calling them Caribs. Gave the name Mandanino. Man, I didn't know we put a Mandanino Columbus, man. We come right up, man. I guess we... Hey, man. Sometimes you just surfing the wave. Christopher Columbus was told that the small island of Mandanino or Montanino or Montserrat was inhabited solely by female warriors. So, again, this drop right here, man, and love to the brother Turtle Gang, man. He dropped this on his channel and inspired this whole series, man. So, love to that family, man. Got so much drop. Yeah, man. Mandanino. That's what we're talking about. And here's the map to show it. Alright. So you got Cuba right there, which is Hawaii. And all these islands right there. And right in the middle, it was the Mandanino. And this is the same Mandanino. Small island that Columbus said was inhabited solely by female warriors. And this is where we're at right here. In the city of gold. Let's go.
Bang inside my head.
And we thought we found a city of gold.
You're being very quiet. What idea have you got now?
I'm thinking of that beautiful golden condor we left behind.
Did you see? They're first-class trained troops.
Physical fighting is certainly out.
You are welcome, strangers. You are just in time for the sacrifice.
And you see, this is a copper-colored woman. So we know we're talking about everything in relation to this Sheba, everything in relation to this Khalifa, all this happening right here in these islands. Let's go.
A sacrifice?
Louder! Conduct the prisoners to the altar.
Oh, don't touch me. No, Mendoza!
Oh, madre mia.
What are you going to do
This
with us?
sacrifice is to take the terrible anger of the rain god away. We're going to make a sacrifice to him. Your heads.
No, I don't want to. Let me go. Let me go. Leave me alone.
I won't be carried about, you hear? Put me down.
Not mine. You couldn't do that to me. Who'd want my head?
I just a poor sailor with a very stupid head.
This is my fault.
I don't think I like the way she's dancing.
Can't we get away somewhere? Some Mendoza.
You can see for yourself. There are far too many of them.
Now only the child of the sun can save us. What? She said the sacrifice is to appease the anger of their rain god. Now if you can make that big rain cloud go away and bring the sun out, they might let us go. You know I can't do it. It's not possible.
Try, Esteban, it might work.
You too.
The wind is blowing hard. When the clouds are moving as fast as that, there's a chance the sun will come out at any minute.
I'd like nothing better than to believe you. But how would I?
Enough. Listen, enough.
What do you want?
All of you, take a good look at this boy here. It is Esteban, the messenger from the sun god.
Nonsense.
If Esteban calls to the sun, it will come and drive the rain away.
You claim that this boy can command the sun?
I do.
You lie. Who would believe such wild stories?
I am not lying. I speak the truth. Let him try and you will see.
This is a waste of time. Off with their heads. Go on.
Wait! Omoro, give these strangers one last chance. I should like to see what this young man can do.
They only tell us lies.
If so, we shall deal with them as they deserve.
Go on, Esteban. You know you can do it. Our lives are in your hands.
But I can't.
Try to do something. Just do anything you like.
What should I do?
How do I know? Anything at all. There. Now the boy will call forth the sun.
As it is the wish of the queen, I will be patient. But I know how it will all end.
You can do it, Esteban. Please, son, come. Please help us, oh Father Rodriguez.
Please, up till now, I never believed you could do it, but now do I believe?
Oh, sun god, would you mind? Please, just come out. You're doing fine, Esteban.
Oh, son, anytime you want to come out.
Great sun, sweep away the clouds.
So this Esteban the Moor, as as you get, man, get back and dig on it, man, so you can catch up on who this Estebanico is. Esteban the Moor that died in Hawiku in New Mexico. They say he was the first non-native to even enter the city, enter into Hawiku, which is New Mexico, which we're still talking Calelus. What else is in New Mexico? The Los Lunas Decalogue, or the Los Lunas, the Los Lunas inscription. So all that is right there in New Mexico. So you got the 9 Paleo-Hebrew commandments in New Mexico, as well as Hawiku, which is Promised Land. Hawiku. So we can pretty much put it all together from there. This is the indigenous history that they're not teaching us, that they're not going to teach us. We got to go find this. We got to go dig on it. We got to connect our own history here to connect to our energy here. So yeah, this Estebanico, this Esteban the Moor is all connected to the sun, He is Stephen. He is their Stephen. He is their Christ. He is their Cristo. Oh, he's the sun god. He's connected to the sun, this Esteban the Moor. Let's go. Baby Jesus did it again.
Look, Esteban did it!
The clouds are going away!
The sun's out there!
No!
I saw it. I saw it all. You say he is the child of the sun.
Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. This is Esteban who can command the sun.
False! All false! They're lying! Kill them! Kill them all!
Stop! Stop, Amoro. These people are now under my protection. This boy did exactly what he promised to do. You will show him the honor his rank deserves.
Show honor to these dogs! The curses of the gods would come down upon our people!
Don't be afraid. Please do me the honor of accepting my hospitality.
Oh!
Esteban!
Esteban! Now you are really the child of the sun.
If any questions, it's always best to keep your head. Oh.
A young Amazon girl called Morca begs Esteban for help. Omuro, the priestess, is going to sacrifice her to the rain.
Back to back. We going back to back. Estebanico! Let go!
It is the 16th century. From all over Europe, great ships sail west to conquer the New World, the Americas. The men eager to seek their fortune, to find new adventures in new lands. They long to cross uncharted seas and discover unknown countries, to find secret gold on a mountain trail high in the Andes. They dream of following the path of the setting sun that leads to El Dorado and the mysterious cities of gold.
Children of the sun, see your time has just begun. Searching for your ways through adventures every day and night. With the Condor in flight, with all your friends in tow, you search for the cities of gold. Wishing for the cities of gold.
Cities of gold. Cities of gold. The city of gold. Damn, that's fly.
Esteban and his friends are heading towards the land of the Mayas on board the Golden Condor when they're forced to land in the jungle. They are captured by Amazon warriors and taken to their temple to be sacrificed to the rain god. But Esteban uses his special powers and the sun comes out. The queen is so impressed by his power to command the sun, she orders their release. While you stay here with us, think of this room as your own.
This is a luxury.
Wow. Oh, it's great.
Not bad.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Please thank Her Majesty, but we are not planning to stay here for a long time.
Until we are sure about you, you must not leave this room without an escort.
What do you mean?
Morka will look after you. She is lady-in-waiting to the queen, and now at your service. Now I must go.
Listen! How'd you like that?
If she thinks that we'll just stay here and look at the walls. Pedro, Sancho! Come with me, you two. We'll look for some way out of here. We can't stay here like this.
Right.
Right.
You three, you just stay here and wait for us. We won't be long. Looks strong enough.
I tell you it is false. He lies. He could never be the child of the sun. Condemn this impostor. If you do not, a curse will come down on us all.
I cannot do that. I've already sworn before the mirror of the moon that I will treat them as my guests.
Very well, your majesty, but to ward off the anger of the gods, some sacrifice is needed.
Another sacrifice, Amuro?
That girl, Morka, your favorite. Morka must die.
Why do that? Why not choose someone else?
Morka, the god wants her. If we do not sacrifice Morka, the rain god will destroy us all.
That's impossible, Amuro.
I am called Morka. I am servant to Her Majesty the Queen.
I'm Tao.
My name's Esteban. And mine's Zia. Hello, Morka.
I thought you might be thirsty. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
What's wrong? Why are you crying, Morka?
Oh, Esteban, you're the only one who could save my life.
What?
Amuro, the old priestess, has decided to sacrifice me in your place to appease the anger of the rain god. I will die.
Why you?
Oh, for years now, Amuro has plotted to try to depose our beloved queen.
Well, wouldn't it be easier to drive Amuro away from this place?
No, it would be impossible.
But why, Morka?
Amuro is the only person who can speak to the rain god. She can make it rain if she wants.
Can she really make it rain?
Yes.
That is very strange. According to my encyclopedia, rain is formed by the condensation of water vapor. It's all in this book.
All I know is that Amuro talks to the rain god in the temple over there.
Talks to the rain god, does she? Pretty strange, don't you think? Morka, would you be able to get us into the temple?
The temple? Yes. There is nobody there now.
What do you think?
All right. Morka, I think we can help you.
That is the totem of the god. He is the god who sends down all the rain.
And that object I can see over there, behind the totem, what's that?
Tao, be a little careful.
Interesting. Looks to me like a barometer.
A what?
A barometer, a machine to measure atmospheric pressures.
How do you know all that?
The descendants of the people of Hiva are the only people who understand all this.
Oh.
That silver liquid does the measuring.
Is it real silver?
So they found a barometer with the silver liquid. Ancient technology. High-tech shit. Is it play?
Careful, Esteban! Someone is coming!
It must be Amuro! Quick, hide!
Over here, come on!
By the god of all the storms, that queen is as stubborn as a mule. She will not sacrifice Morka.
If we get rid of Paula as well, the rest of the tribe will be no trouble.
Did you hear what they said? I must warn the queen at once. The situation is very serious.
Morka, look at that mask on the totem pole.
A short time ago, I saw Moor with it in her hand. They say that she reads the thoughts of the rain just by using that mask.
But how does it move?
Of course, it's simple. I should have seen it right away. I'll show you.
Oh, tell!
I'd give a lot to know where those children have got to. I told them to stay in that room. Esteban!
Oh, it's you.
Where have you been? Come on, we're leaving.
Huh?
Pedro and Santo managed to find a hatchet. If we can get past the perimeter wall, we'll be all right.
But...
No time to lose.
Mendoza, we've been waiting for hours.
Hours and hours and hours.
We must paddle till we drop if need be.
We will. Anything is better than being locked up.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, finding our golden condor again.
That's it. Pull hard.
For a minute back there, I wasn't sure if we'd make it.
I think we're in luck for a time.
Now what's the matter with him? What could have frightened him now?
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
What's that? A whirlpool? The water's swirling in the middle of the river.
That's the one that attacked us before. Paddle to the shore.
Watch out! It's coming back! Right in the head?
Hey, Mendoza! It was Paula who killed it. She saved our lives.
Her spear.
We owe you our lives.
Well done, Paula.
Luckily, you weren't hurt.
So you come to the rescue of these strangers, do you? I saw it all. You killed the sacred anaconda, the guardian of the river, and yet you know that the sacred snake protects our people from attacks by the tribes, our enemies from downstream, yet you dare to kill it.
You did that, Paula?
Now, what is happening, Amoro?
Hear me well, my queen. Paula has disobeyed and killed the sacred anaconda. Her crime must be punished.
What? Paula, did you do that?
Mm-hmm. The sacred snake would have killed the child of the sun.
He's only another stranger. He is not one of us.
Amoro, the rain mask.
Well, tell me louder. What about it? Calm down, explain.
I can't believe it. Come and see for yourself.
Wait for me, I will return.
Cow!
This is going to be interesting.
Now, what new plot have you two cooked up?
A little surprise.
God of rain, I beg of you, grant us your help.
Will the tempest destroy us?
A curse will come on our people. We have been cursed. You hear? Cursed. A terrible tempest will rage over us.
A tempest?
It is the judgment of the god. He demands Paula's death. If we are to save our homes, she must be sacrificed now. Your decision, queen. The storm storms. Only you have the power to save the people from the fury of the god.
Omura and Lauda are plotting against you. Oh, Queen, that is why they want to kill Pala. It is all part of their treachery.
Are you certain of this, Morka?
I am sure.
Omuru, do something. Go on.
Do not be worried, Lauda. I have a plan. You'll see. You have made a serious accusation against us, Morka. Now you must prove it.
No, I cannot. I cannot prove anything.
Well, I have signs sent by the god. Signs that are never wrong. Listen to me, all of you. If you fail to do as I ask tonight, the god of storms will send the terrible tempest to destroy your home.
You are lying.
Who dares interrupt me?
It is all false. Esteban, the child of the sun, can prevent your terrible storms.
Here we go again, Mendoza.
Trust me, Esteban. If Tao's little plan works, so much the better, but just in case.
You claim that this child can prevent the storms?
I do.
Those who doubt the priestess of the rain god are heretics.
Listen to me, Omura. If your prophecies come true, you can do what you like with us.
No, Mendoza, don't say that. What if I...
However, if your prophecies are all lies and the storms do not come, you will leave this tribe forever.
So be it. I accept your challenge, but on one condition. The first moment the lightning flashes across the sky, the queen will leave this land. And so let the god of rain decide.
Do not agree to such a bargain. No, Paula, I have no choice. May it be so. I shall accept the god's will.
You heard what the queen said. You are all witnesses. When the storm breaks, she must leave this place forever.
Your Majesty. I am confident, Paula. The child of the sun will help me.
Well, Esteban, once again, our lives are in your hands. The wisdom of the people of Hiva. How can you have any doubts?
I trust the knowledge of your people.
Very soon we shall have many heads to cut off in spite of our silly queen.
And then I will become queen.
The strangers' heads will be the first to fall. My device never fails. The tempest is coming. Eh?
Oh! Why does the mask fall, Amuro?
Rise, mask, I order you. Go up to the top of the totem pole. Go!
Amuro!
Machine cannot fail. It has always worked before.
Omuro, it's too late now. The queen has accepted your challenge. We have no chance.
We must get out of the city. We will go down river to the tribes and ask their help.
But why would they help us? We have always been their enemies.
We need only tell them that the sacred anaconda is dead, that now they have nothing to fear. Hurry, Lauda, hurry!
I'm coming.
All the Amazons are so afraid of tempests, they beat the drums all night long to keep the rain god happy.
Don't worry, there won't be any tempest.
We ought to use a little time. We have to get some sleep.
Aren't you going to do anything, Mendoza? Find some way out of this?
One raindrop and...
I know you will succeed, Esteban. I'm sure of it. So am I. We will. I have complete trust in Tao and the Hiva people.
In the night, Lauda and Omuro ran away.
Well done, Tao.
Didn't I tell you it would work?
Tao, you're wonderful.
Esteban, thank you. You are truly the child of the sun sent to help us.
But Your Majesty, I had nothing to do with it. Tao, you explain.
All right.
Explain what?
Well, in fact, it's very simple. The mask in the temple went up and down according to atmospheric pressure.
I'm sorry, I do not quite...
Only those who have the knowledge of the Hiva Empire can understand it, Your Majesty. It's really simple. If the mask goes up, the weather will be wet, and vice versa.
And so all Omuro really had to do was watch the position of the mask, is that right?
There may or may not be a rain god, but I think that sometime in the past, Omuro must have met someone from the Hiva people, who must have explained it all to her in graphic detail.
Majesty, there's a new danger. What sort of danger? The tribes are coming up the river, and Lauda is with them. What am I to do? I swore before the mirror of the moon never to wage war again.
Your Majesty, there may be a way. If you help us fly off in our golden condor,
Maybe we could chase them away.
A golden condor?
A flying machine made of gold.
But Esteban, it will take us at least a day to clear away the trees blocking the sunlight.
We must find a way to direct the sun's rays right through the trees.
Your Majesty, you mentioned several times the mirror of the moon.
My mirror? What good will that do for you?
It's very simple. We'll reflect the sun's rays onto the condor. That'll make enough energy to take us up.
We are both geniuses. Will you let us use your mirror, Your Majesty?
Of course, if it can really help you.
If my calculations are right, we're not very far from the condor now.
Yes, there it is!
Come on, we're wasting time.
Facing the sun. There now, don't move.
Right, I'm all set. Tell them to go ahead.
All right. Paula, you can go ahead. We're ready.
Try not to move. Keep the light steady. There, slowly, that's it. Good. Now move the boat slowly to the right.
I think that the enemies of the Amazons aren't far off.
They sound close enough to me.
It's important to stay calm. They're paddling against the current, so they are still far off. We must give the golden bird all the energy it needs.
Esteban, is everything ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, try it now.
Right. Come back to life, my golden condor. Yippee, it flies! What can they do against those war canoes? Leave that to me!
Go around and dive on them again.
Hold on!
Look, Amuro, they're coming back!
I think we finished them off!
Bullseye!
Esteban, ahead of them! You should always keep an eye on where you're going. I think all those tribes will keep away from here now. Look, it's the palace of the Amazons. We're right above it. Goodbye to all of you, and to your queen! Bye, Morka, and good luck to you.
To think that the knowledge of the Hiva people would be found here in the jungle. I'm quite proud of that.
Now, Esteban, set a course due north.
North it is! Fly north, golden bird!
The knowledge of the Hiva people, the Hiva people. What does Hiva have to do with Shiva and Sheba? What's the indigenous drop of the Sheba and this Hiva? Who's this brother Tao, and what is he a sign of and a mark of and a monument representing? What's the sign, and is this golden condor play?
The controls of the Golden Condor fail to operate, and our friends have to land near a cave. Esteban finds a mysterious mask that glows with a strange light. Be sure to see the next episode of The Mysterious Cities of Gold.
The Indian tribes of the Amazon who still live in the jungle lead much the same life as they have led for centuries. Their whole existence revolves around the forests in which they live, and they depend on the river itself. If they want to eat, they must hunt, and they have to make all the spears and traps and arrows they need. Men are not the only hunters in the jungle. Vultures wait to clean up any animal that dies. They are nature's scavengers, and they leave not a single thing behind except bones. An alligator will feed a whole family, and if any of its rich meat is left, it will be preserved for times when the river floods and hunting is difficult.
Dang.
The river provides food, but it's also a place of danger. It's the home of the deadly piranha fish, small fish with razor-sharp teeth which can dispose of the carcass of a whole ox in minutes, the vultures of the river. There are the other natural dangers which the Indians have learned to live with, poisonous snakes and poisonous scorpions. Even their daily bread comes from a poisonous root. One way to get rid of the poison is to bake it in the heat of the sun. In its natural state, the root of the manioc plant is full of prussic acid, but the Indians have learned how to process this white, stringy, bitter-tasting vegetable and produce a flour which they can cook, which is quite safe to eat. The forest provides fruit, too. When you need more bananas, you just go out and pick a few. Without any shops, everyone has to learn to find their own meat to eat. And fish for their own fish. As no one takes more than they need for their next meal, there's always plenty more to be found. The river provides food, and it's also a lot of fun. This simple way of life, so very different from ours, seems to be so much in harmony with nature that it could go on forever. But these Indians have one enemy which threatens to destroy them totally: the spread of Western industrial civilization. Only by hiding away in the very deepest jungle can they keep their families together and survive.
Oh man, these Indians already got a hijack 101, right? These Indians think they're so-called Negro. Alright, man. Enough of the hijack. Let's go. Get back in the library. Flow, man. Get the flow at it. Get back in the flow. Man, you know what I'm saying? We got some interesting docs that came out of the series so far. And we got a lot to try to, you know, keep up with and just step into reality with, man. We're talking Estevanico. Got a lot of great stuff, man. Thanks to you, Drop Nation, man, sharing these beautiful links. We're talking the Chronicle of Akakor. This is a great joint right here that we got going earlier in the series. We'll pick it back up by Carl Brugger. And we'll also pull up this 1540 to 1542 Mexico to the Grand Canyon of the Colorado. Alright. And we're going to get to the Estevanico, man. Let's just get to the Akakor, man. Let's get to the Book of the Ant. Okay. We'll go quickly because we got a lot to try to squeeze into the next such and such. Alright. Let's go. So pull it up. We're in page, 46? Something like that. 46. The Book of the Ant, the White Barbarians in the Empire of the Inca, the White Barbarian. Okay. Got my attention. Let's go. The transition from the Middle Ages to the modern era was characterized by Portuguese and Spanish discoveries. They led the Western European nations across the ocean. Bold seafarers had already discovered the Atlantic Isles, or Atlantis, in the first half of the 15th century, and in 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered America. How can you discover something that is already populated? He made 4 voyages to what they're calling their New World, and founded the first Spanish colony in Haiti, when he thought Haiti was also Eden. In 1500s, the Portuguese sailor Cabral discovered Brazil. In 1519, Cortez started on the conquest of Mexico. The Aztec king Montezuma II capitulated after 3 years and was murdered by the Spaniards. Zealous Christian missionaries or invaders destroyed the old Mexican civilization. In 1531, Pizarro began the conquest of Peru, the mighty empire of the Incas, which had been weakened by a civil struggle. Civil struggle. A struggle within the empire. Just feels like a more on more situation. Was defeated after 3 years in a fight against the better armed Spanish troops. Their king of the sun, Atahualpa, who had been betrayed and captured, was strangled in 1533. Only small remnants of the highly developed civilization, mainly architecture, the writing in knots, and golden objects. And this writing in knots and this remembrance, man, love to the brother Natural by Law, man. His cup is so full. So much great drop, man. Who was getting on this remembrance, man, this writing in knots. And gold objects survived the destruction. The Inca population, estimated by contemporary writers to have amounted to 10 million, was reduced to 3 million within a few years. The value of the gold ingots transported by the Spaniards from Peru amounted to roughly 5 billion in today's currency. Just jacking. Jackers. A bunch of jackers. The arrival of the white barbarian. Let's get this. Everything is included in the Chronicle of Akakor, written in good words and in clear script. But I am telling it all when time is already running out. I am exposing the book of wisdom and the life of my people according to the bequest of the gods, to give an account about the past and the future, for the Ugwa Mangolala are doomed to perdition. More and more trees are falling. You didn't need pyramids when you had your giant crystal trees. More and more trees are falling. Their roots are dead. The warriors killed by the invisible arrows of the white barbarians are growing ever more numerous. Invisible arrows, man. Damn. That's what they, I guess, refer to the bullet as. Like, I don't even see it. What's that? It's an invisible arrow. Since the white barbarian, let's go. An endless river of blood passes through the forest on the great river to the very ruins of Akakor. Since the white barbarians advanced into the country, dejection and discouragement have seized my people. As it is written down in the Chronicle, strange news was brought to the high council about the alien bearded men. The alien bearded men in mighty ships that glide soundlessly over the water, whose masts reach into the sky. News came about the white foreigners, strong and mighty, like gods. They were like our ancient fathers. Dodge the hijack. And the high council ordered fires of joy to be lighted, thinking of the former masters. Now, this is the Atlantean hijack. We're dealing with this Chronicle of Akakor. This is their celestial, our God's promised they're going to return, but they actually just bounced on us and left us. And it's the whole Atlantean connection. So you're going to keep hearing the same thought talk like the foreign masters and all that. So, you're hearing it from a hijack about themselves being hijacked by these white bearded people, these white barbarians. And, you're going to hear all this white stuff, but as we know that these Atlanteans in this situation was a melanated situation. So it's an ancient melanated situation. This Mu and all that gets into an ancient melanated situation. Now you're kind of hearing their account of dealing with this so-called non-melanated situation. All right. So strange news was brought to the High Council about the alien bearded men in mighty ships that glide silently over the water. All right. So let's get it right here. They tendered sacrificial gifts to the gods who had at long last returned, and the glad tidings were carried from man to man. The news spread from one tribe to the other. They beat the drums day and night, and the whole nation wept with joy. For the prophecy had been fulfilled. The gods were returning at the beginning of the year 12,013, or AD 1532. So it's there 12,013. Which one is trill? Such thoughts would still have been sacrilegious. It appeared as if the prophecy of the ancient fathers might be fulfilled. 6,000 years after their last visit to earth, they returned as they had promised, and the chosen people's joy was accordingly great. A new era was looming ahead, a return to the days when the Uga Mangalala had ruled the world in the north, in the south, in the west, and in the east. The only ones who did not share in the general jubilation were the priests. They doubted the news of the God's return, even though the date corresponded with their prediction. 12,000 years ago, the ancient fathers had left the earth, their ancient fathers. We're talking about the Atlantean situation. Talking about thought in them. All right. So 6,000 years had passed since Lahasa's death, but the priests who know everything, who see the future, and to whom nothing remains hidden, observed ominous signs in the sky. Very soon the news about the return of our former masters was found to be a cruel error. The aliens did not come with good intentions to assume power with kindness and wisdom instead of happiness. So they're trying to say that when they're being rolled up on by these Spaniards, they're thinking it's their God's returning. And that's sort of this hijack that we keep hearing, these white gods from these white people who ran white Atlantis and all this kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And instead, you have a situation where, these aliens, either way, they're looking at these people as aliens. And they're saying, oh shit, well maybe, they could be something else. But, instead they're coming with their real intentions. Instead of coming with wisdom, instead of happiness and inner peace, they brought tears, bloodshed, and violence in a frenzy of hatred and greed. The strangers destroyed the empire of our sister nation, the Incas. They burned down cities and villages and murdered men, women, and children. The white barbarians, as we still call them today, rejected the bequest of the ancient fathers. They erected temples in the sign of the cross and sacrificed millions of men for its honor. And now this sign, this convert or die, this Christianity, is still the God of war and has declared war on our people to this day, to where they're just completely blind to the fact that they came here with this cross and they sacrificed millions of you, many of you Negro, many of the copper color, for its honor. For whose honor? Their God of war that represented their cross, their sign. Not your sign, their sign. Not your peace, their peace. Not your salvation, your saving. It was for your destruction. They can't save you and save themselves, man. So that's why those, more radical groups are more right on with the trueness of this Christianity, because they realize, man, it's war against the Negro. Because we can't save them. Their salvation is not our salvation. It's tribal. Their peace is not your peace. They erected temples in the sign of the cross and sacrificed millions of Negroes for its honor. Ame'ricans. A great star was approaching the earth and shed a dull light over plains and mountains. The sun had also changed, and it was written in the Chronicle, "Woe on us, the signs point to disaster. The sun is not bright and yellow, but red, like thick blood. Thus spoke the priest, the strangers do not bring peace. They do not trust in the bequest of the ancient fathers. Their thoughts are made of blood." Their thoughts are made of blood, and now you're in their thoughts. So now you're in a matrix of blood, a blood matrix. They shed blood over the whole empire. The disaster our priest had foreseen first struck the Incas. A civil war broke out in the empire. The two sons of Huayana Capac fought for the prince's office in the bloody battle on the fields before Cuzco. The firstborn, Huascar, was defeated by his younger brother Atahualpa. The victor and his army advanced into the capital and began a bloody reign of terror. Atahualpa would have destroyed the partitions of his unhappy brother if the strangers had not landed on the shores of the Western Ocean. Kind of like Apocalypto. Enter a new character that changes the whole game. Instead of your civil war, it was an, oh shit, there's a whole nother beast. This is a whole nother mark, a whole nother sign. Their arrival prevented his ultimate victory. Powerful ships reached the coast. They came silently over the water, and bearded men landed with powerful weapons and strange animals, as fast and strong as the hunting jaguar. And within one day, mighty opponents arose against Atahualpa. He gained cruel enemies who were false and full of cunning. Alright, we're just getting a little bit at a time. This is the Chronicle of Akakor. Let's jump right into the 1540 to 1542, from the city of Mexico to the Grand Canyon of the Colorado and the Buffalo Plains. Hey, alright. It's a long title. Buffalo Plains of Texas, Kansas, Nebraska. Alright, let's go. Where we at? Pull it up, man. It's in the library. Pull it up, man. It's in the library. Pull it up, man. It's in the library. Sorry, I've been doing a lot of talking today, so, my voice is making that dismount. Page 171. Let's go. The Journey of Coronado. So we're just talking Estevanico. I gotta just do a quick recap. Estevanico, also known as Mustafa Zimori. Estevanico was one of the first native Africans. So he's a Moor from Africa, from Morocco. He didn't look that way in the cartoon, huh? The child of the sun didn't look like a Moor from Morocco named Mustafa. Alright, but Tao was the only, brown brother. But in reality, the girl, Esteban, they're all melanated, of course, right? The Amazon, island of women, everything. That's what they found here. That's the definition of an American, is the copper color race is found here, according to them, in 1828 in the Webster Dictionary. So we're talking Estevanico. Now he's the first native African to reach the present-day continental United States. I mean, that's a big deal. The first born African to reach the continental United States. So he really got the whole Moor thing popping, and is this what led to the Civil War, more and more? But let's go. He is known by many different names, but is commonly known as Esteban de Torrantes, Estebanico, and Esteban the Moor or Mustafa Zimori. All right, let me get this link. All right, because a lot of it is just basically the same. So they say he was enslaved as a youth by the Portuguese. Now we go with Horace Butler's information about Moab being in South America. You know, near Brazil. You know, although Brazil is more of Edom, he said. And Esteban, all throughout the cartoon, he said, I feel like I'm from South America. South America feels like my home. So there's more saying that, you know, I feel like I have a home here in South America. And that correlates with, you know, the good brother Horace Butler's information. However, they're saying he's, you know, born in Morocco. First native African to reach the present day America. All right. So he was enslaved as a youth. All right. I just want to get to how they said he died. It said later, Estebanico served as the main guide for a return expedition to Southwest. So he kept being the guide. He was the guide. He was guiding foreigners, invaders, just like the treaties that the Moors did to, you know, treaty of peace and friendship and all these. Yeah, let me help these foreigners. Same thing Estebanico did. He's the OG that started it all. Spaniards believe he was killed in Zuni City. In the Zuni City, we got how this related to Zebulon by Graham Hancock. Relates Zuni to Zebulon, city of Hawiku in 1539. That's only speculative, however, because the two Indians who reported back to Friar Marco de Niza did not see him killed, but only assume he had been killed. All right. And we got that this Hawiku. This is New Mexico. It says it was the largest of the Zuni pueblos at the time of the Spanish entrada or invasion. All right. Was founded around 1400. So this holy city was founded around 1400. It was the first pueblo to be visited and conquered by Spanish explorers. So they targeted this. Remember, this 1452 went to war against Israelites, copper color Hebrews. That's why Columbus brought a Hebrew interpreter to talk to the Negro, looking for the Khan in Cuba. It was now Hawiku, New Mexico. This is just facts. Was the first land to be visited and conquered by Spanish explorers. Interesting, right? The Pueblo site is located 12 miles southwest of Zuni Pueblo. All right, they keep saying that it's in they call it a national landmark, of course, now, Zuni Cibola Complex. All right. Estebanico, Stephen the Moor, Mustafa is a northern African slave assigned to Fray Marcos de Niza's expedition, was the first non-native to visit Hawiku. We're talking New Mexico. Where's your 9 Paleo-Hebrew commandments? New Mexico. Los Lunas. In 1539, he was killed when he did some dumbass shit by alarming the Zuni tribesmen, or these Israelites, with decorations that symbolize death. So this child of the sun brought them symbols of death, and they killed him. They killed the first non-native to visit them, the first African coming to America, bringing these weapons and symbols of death, and these Spaniards, which only brought death, they brought death in many ways. It wasn't just symbolic. Francisco Vasquez to get Coronado. We're going to get into the Coronado drop. That's what we're doing. That's what we're in right now. This is the Coronado drop, Coronado expedition. So Coronado conquered the Pueblo in 1540, hoping it was one of the legendary 7 cities of gold. Cities of gold, cities of gold. Now you see, this is all real spill. So when you see a flying gold bird, that's probably real too, because everything else is reality. We're talking about the 7 cities of gold. We're talking about Francisco Vasquez. He recorded its native name at the time as Cibola, though others who accompanied him wrote it as Cibola. It's the same thing. So Cibola is Cibola. All right. Cibola. Okay. So in this Coronado document, the journey of Coronado on the situation and conditions of the 7 cities of gold called the Kingdom of Cibola, and the sort of people and their customs and the animals which are found there. Keep that in mind. Remember the forbidden cities, forbidden histories, man. Treasures of Utah. This is chapter 4. I'm just, we covered